Done, Anji.
Okay, good morning, guys.
Good morning, sir.
The recording has been started. Yep. Okay, so let's recap what we have discussed yesterday, and then we'll go ahead for the next concepts. So yesterday we have seen about objects and tabs, fields, types of objects, and types, different field data types we have seen. So objects are two kind of objects we have: standard objects and custom objects. Standard objects are provided by the Salesforce, and those objects cannot be modified and cannot be deleted. Okay, and custom objects are created by the Salesforce administrators or developers, and for storing the data specific to the organization. Then the custom fields, custom objects can be deleted or can be modified and can be renamed. Whatever we have, even delete also can be done on the custom objects. Okay, and so there are a lot of types of tabs are there, like custom objects tab, lightning tab, and everything. But as we are discussing on the objects, so we have created a tab for custom object for customer. So those are the tabs, and then fields. So there are two kind of fields: one is standard fields and custom fields. However, the standard objects cannot be created or deleted by the system admins or some developers. The same way, standard fields cannot be created, cannot be modified, and cannot be deleted as well, right? And so for the standard fields, the API name will be ending with, does not end with _C. And for the same way, how to identify the standard objects, we have already seen. So standard object API name will not end with _C. Then we can say that that is the standard object. And if that is the field, we can say that that is the standard field. Okay. So for the custom object, it ends with _C. The API name will end with _C. And the same way, custom field API name will be ending with _C. Okay. So that's we have already seen. And then type of different types of data types we have seen. So I'm not sure whether you guys have practiced or not. Say this.
Yeah, you tried.
You guys have tried?
Yes.
Nice to get that. Okay, so when you knew there are different types of data types. Means yesterday I've already told you guys that data type means type of data what we are going to store in the field. That is called as data type. Okay. So here you should know what are the fields. Auto number, we have already seen that. So auto number field is a read-only field, and the number will be generated in a specific format when a new record is created. And on edit, it won't create any new number, but only on the creation of the record only auto number will be created. And it's read-only field, means no one can edit or set a value for that. Okay, I'll explain the formula fields and others later. No need to worry. And I have asked you to practice checkbox, date time, email, geolocation. Geolocation you can ignore, number, percent, phone, pick list, and all the things. So I have explained pick list and multi-select, as well as text area reach. I have already explained you guys. The remaining all are the same kind of data types. If it is time, then time will be in this specific format. Okay, that because if someone asks you to create a different type of field, you should know that what type of field should be created. Okay, fine. Now, so this is what we had discussion. We had a discussion on these concepts yesterday. Just let me know if you guys have any questions on this. Else we'll start other things.
Yeah, Anji, actually,
Any questions?
Anji, able to hear me?
Yes, Sati, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, yesterday we thought of standard objects and customized objects, right? And
Right.
we thought standard objects cannot be modified, but we are doing the modification, right? We are able to add the new fields to that customized object,
Modification.
right? That is standard object, right?
Right.
Hello?
That means
Yeah,
cannot be modified in the sense of you want to change the API name.
name only,
That's
right?
called modification of the object.
Okay,
Yes.
then.
So, but the tab name, like, so if you, yeah. So if
Yeah,
you are saying that accounts is the
yeah,
tab, right? So
yeah.
usually accounts is the tab, but you can rename this one from account to some other name you can rename. Like,
Okay, yeah. That is not possible, right?
yeah,
Standard
those things
object,
are
yeah,
not possible.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
but we can
But
add the
you
new
can
field.
add the new field. You are not modifying, you are adding the new field.
Yeah, but
Right. You can
actually,
add the new
whenever
field.
we,
But
yeah,
if you
but
see this,
actually,
there is
yeah,
a
yes,
Sir, even I also have a doubt, sir.
yes, let me know.
Sir,
yeah,
now
but
when I'm
actually,
going,
whenever, okay, can I continue or someone?
no, once you're done, I'll start.
Okay, okay, okay. Then
Sati,
actually,
go
whenever,
ahead. Then
yeah,
Sujit will ask.
yeah, actually, whenever we are adding any new field to the object, then there will be the state change, right? So the object state is getting changed. Earlier it was there with 5 fields. Now it will be there with some 7 or 8 fields. So we can see here the state change, right? So we can think this is the modification of the object, right? Or manipulation of the object, right?
See, I told you that object cannot be
Yes.
modified. Standard objects
Yeah.
cannot be modified or deleted, right? And
Okay.
cannot be created. I told you guys, but I didn't
Okay.
say
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it
Right.
cannot be altered. You are thinking
Okay.
in the concept of SQL, but I didn't say that
Okay.
altering. It cannot be altered. Modification
Okay.
is different, and altering is
Yeah.
different. So
Okay.
modification is the term which can be made the changes for the object, but altering is nothing but adding something to that object.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Clear?
Yeah. Yeah. Clear.
I think, yeah, one second,
Okay.
Satya. So here is, so you cannot delete the existing fields which are available in the object. You can add anything. That is
Yes.
the thing we are doing. That is a customization.
Yeah. And Anji, one more thing is yesterday we added one pick list, right? That is some type A, B, C, D, and
Mm-hmm.
extra. So at that time, if we
Right.
want to modify it with some uh, M and O and all. Earlier it was there with some A, B, C, D, F, G, H. So a day 2 or day 3, we are planning to add some new options to that pick list. So yesterday, what we have done, we
Yes, you
have
can add
deleted.
that.
Yeah, yeah. But yesterday we haven't seen that option, right? We have deleted and added it newly, created it newly, right? So there is any option to do that,
Yes,
or
see,
is there any option to do the
you have.
modification?
So you're able to see my screen right now. Yes, Sati.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
showing you that only. See the
Okay, okay.
screen. On the screen,
Yeah,
I opened whatever the field you told. This is the type field. Let's
yeah.
say if you want to edit the existing value, do this edit.
Okay, okay.
Okay. From A2, you are going to change expert.
Yeah,
Okay. Now set. That can be done.
okay. Yeah. Then it's fine.
Okay. Or if you want to add some more fields, the same way
Yeah.
you can add the fields
Okay.
like X, C, Y, something like this. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you add that same value once again, it will throw the error. The value already exists, something like this. Say this, duplicate values are not allowed because C is already there.
Yeah.
Okay. And see, just what you guys have to do is, this is for not only you, for everyone. If I say that create a field called type with the pick list type, okay, then you have to see what are the different other options are there. See this, if you see this, field information is there, then field label, field name, and API name is there. Data type, what type of data type is there. And there are other fields like modified by, created by, what is this required, what is this default value. Okay, and pick list considerations here. So here is there. Okay, active pick list values how many? So here values are there. There are different options like new, reorder, replace, printable view, the chart colors. Different ways are there. So you guys have to look on this one. Then only you will get the entire information on this pick list type of pick list. Okay, so you have to do this one. Okay, and then what happens if you say there are inactive values, right? So what happens if you deactivate this one? Let's say if I deactivate this, what should happen? See, when you deactivate this value of the pick list, this value will not be displayed on the customer page. Let me show this. Sales. Okay. So here, if you try to create a new record, say this. So what is the type of field we have deactivated? F is deactivated, so this value will not be displayed here. Okay. So what is the difference between the deleting the value or deactivating the value? There are two ways, right? We have a delete functionality on the list value. So what happens there, right? So Sati, this is question for you. So tomorrow you have to answer that question. Okay, try that. What happens? Do this some practical, and then let me know.
Can you repeat the question, sir?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Sujit. Your question now. It's your turn.
Okay, sir. Actually, yesterday when I created in the Lightning app, I created a new. I went into this setup and I went into App Manager. And once after I went into the App Manager, I created two forms of tags, sir. With the two IDs I have created, and then going further, when I'm going to the pick list, I'm getting confused where to create it again. So going to again in the setup manager, or should I continue from there where I created this two users?
You might have created two tabs, not the things. So tabs you
Yes,
have
sir.
created, fine. So just go through the video once again.
Okay, sir. Okay. Till there, I'm perfect, sir. I created it with two different user IDs, Sujit 01, Sujit _02.
See, for your information, let me show here. Go to YouTube. Okay, I think I have already shared the video,
Yes,
I mean, playlist one. I have already, right? So let me show how to go through the videos for the previous classes. Means for the first batch, I have explained all of things in a different way. Just try like this one, SV space SFTC. So these are the new training one. Okay, this will be available for each and every one. And apart from this, there are SFDC training, Salesforce training, right? So there are almost 37 videos are there. Okay, so you can go there. Okay, see this one, day 1, day 2, day 3. This is more informative. So we'll be having most information on this one. So if you have any doubts for the future classes also, so you just go there and try that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
There are different types of tabs. So custom object tabs, web tabs, big post tabs, lightning page tabs. Okay. Any other questions for now?
Anji,
Anil
my side.
Anil here.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Ramesh.
No, Anji, Venkat here.
Yeah, Venkat, tell me.
One small doubt. Now, for example,
Yes.
I created a object and created a tab for that. So I can use with the app launcher from the for example, the customer I created. I can use from the app launcher as a customer, or I can use from sales app to the customer. Both will be possible, right? So data, it won't be changed, right? If I
Yeah, both is
created somewhere,
possible.
if I created in
See,
that whatever the
so there is
records I
one.
created.
Wait, you are saying that you have created a tab, but this tab you are trying to access from the app launcher only, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
you need the same tab should be available when you access the sales application itself. For that also, you have answer already. You see, if you see this, so we have created apps, right? I have created sales,
Yeah.
I mean, some application, and
Yes,
that
sir.
application, I have added some tabs there, right? So in this
Yes.
one,
Yes, sir.
see what
This
is
is my
that?
doubt.
This is sales, right? Sales.
Sir.
Okay. This is the app. Edit. I think this is console app. Oh, yes, this is console app. Let me see. Okay, so these are all the tabs are available, right? Now what you can do is reorder this. So remove some tabs first. Whatever is not required, you can remove them. Okay, up to 10 if you add, say this, or what you can do is after leads, just keep this. Okay. You guys have already seen that how to create the this one, right? Now go there, refresh. Okay, so once you refresh the page, there are two kinds of things, right? Sales, this is one application, and there is another application also. Where is this? This is classic. This is where is this?
And Adi, there is a big small confusion. Like, so when I log in that page,
What is it?
when I log in or Salesforce,
Okay.
how can I find whether I was in Lightning or I was in Classic? I'm a bit confused about that UI.
So this is lightning experience. If you want to go to the classic version, so just you can here you can click switch to classic. Okay, so there will be no functionality difference. There is only look and feel difference, nothing other than that.
Okay.
Okay. I think let me go to and see this our application instead of this, because there are a lot of tabs and it will be displaying in different way. Okay, you just try that one. We have to identify which sales application or something, and you just do this one. We'll continue the class, else it takes a lot of time. Okay. So any other guys, any other questions?
Hello, Anil here. Hello. Yeah.
See,
Anjana, yesterday
one request for you guys is, see, if you have any question, immediately post the question on WhatsApp. We have a group, right? You can post on the WhatsApp group or in the Skype also, because if we start discussing and getting the questions clarified, the class will be over by that time. Next class will be on next day itself only. Okay, try to post your questions immediately on the WhatsApp group, because not only me and that group, there are almost 10 or 15 employees are there, I mean, who are working on Salesforce itself. Try on that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. Now, what's your question, Anil? You were asking something. This
Yeah.
from
Yesterday,
tomorrow. Just
sure,
after
sure,
today's class, if you have any questions, just post there.
sure, definitely. So yesterday we created Salesforce training app, right? I mean, now I just want to, I mean, pull out that app from Salesforce Classic version, and I would like to edit.
There also you can see this, right? See Salesforce Classic version. See, actually, we have created the Lightning app only. It's not the Classic app. Okay.
Okay.
So we have created the app type as Salesforce. Salesforce Lightning app is what we created. So
Okay.
that cannot
Yes.
be accessed from the classic version. If you want to be access that, then you have to create a separate app with the classic version. Okay.
Okay.
The
Now I.
name
Yeah.
itself it says that Lightning app.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the reason. I
Okay.
mean,
So
I'm
if you
trying
have
to.
any questions, just post the questions on WhatsApp group immediately. Don't be delayed. Sometimes you may forget, or sometimes some other will also happen. Okay. What is that app? We have Salesforce training, right?
Salesforce training.
Yep,
Yes,
this one.
training.
Salesforce training. See, this one is Lightning app, right? So this Lightning app cannot be accessed from the classic version.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine.
Got it.
Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and discuss for today's concepts. Is I'm not sure how many will be completed today. So till now, we have created fields from the same object, and we have seen that how it looks like, and the layouts we have seen, right? So from now, let's discuss on some more points. What if we want to connect the data between two objects? Okay, just a second. Okay, so what is a relationship? Let's say I have to create more records related to one specific entity or something. Let's say I want to have the information like, where is this? Customer. Okay, so customer will be associated with any company, right? Customer should be associated with any company. Okay, one company can have more customers, or in simple manner, let's say in our real time what we are doing, let me explain this. Say this. So Salesforce training will be there. Okay, so this, let's say first simply we can say this training. Okay, training is usually one object, we can say that. So object is nothing but real-time entity which exists in the real world. Okay, so training will be one object. Okay, under the, for training we will be having name, the technology, okay, start date and end date. Okay, will be there, right? Start date, end date, or let's say batch number. Okay, will be there. Okay, this is just one training. So Training may be any technology. It may be the Salesforce, or it may be Java, or it may be the .NET, whatever it is. Okay. And training object, we can create number of records. For those records, we can have name, technology, start date, end date, batch number, and everything will be there. The same way, one training will be having more than one student, right? More than one student will be there. So then we have to link that student, right? Student will be having number, student number, name, then simply phone, or let's say date of join. Okay. Then whether it is status, active, or what it is. Let's say status. Even training status also, what it has to be. Okay. So one training can have more than one student. So that relationship. So we have to show that how to create this. See, one training can have number of students. Okay. One training can have number of students. Okay. Then in this case, we have to link the data between the training and student. See, when you create student, here also you can create one more pick list value called training, and you can have the numbers like Salesforce, Java, .NET, and others. But there you can't see that start date, end date, batch number, status, and others. For that, what we are going to do is we are going to create two objects to maintain the data separately, and then we can have the objects separate and link the data. So that is called relationship. What is a relationship? Relationship is nothing but linking the data between two objects. Okay. So in this case, there is a training and there is a student. Okay. In Salesforce, we have two kind of relationships. One is lookup relationship and second one is master detail relationship. Okay. So let me create one more field here, training, and optionally what we can say is another object called account. So which account they are having? We have already account. The account may be related to different departments. Okay. Let's say I'll say that department. This is training, and these are all students. Okay. Department also will have the attributes or let's say fields called name. You can have only two, status. Name, status. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the tabs and objects for these objects. Okay, go to the setup, and you know that, right? How to create an object. Setup. Okay. Then when you go to the setup in the Lightning experience, there will be home and object manager. So whatever you want to do for the fields and layouts, whatever it is, then you have to go to the object manager. Be careful, the navigation is very much important. Okay. Now here, go here, create custom object. First, I'm going to create the object called training. Okay, so name like trainings. So here, instead of this training name as the text, I'm giving the auto number. You guys have already seen that how auto number will be there. Train 0000, giving starting number will be 001. Okay, but now you can enable all of them or you can ignore also. Search, then launch the objects tab. Save. Means yesterday we have seen that once the object is created, you can create the tab. But if you check the checkbox on this, then the new tab page will be opened. This you just ignore and click on next. See here, see if you want to provide this tab access for any application, you can select or unselect here. Let's say if you want to show this tab for sales application, you can select here. Else what you can do is you can unselect all sales application I need, sales service application I need, and then Salesforce training is the application I'm giving the access. For others, whatever it is sales lightning standard, it won't be available. Okay. Let me give this access as well. We'll try on this one first. Okay, now training is created and training name is created as the auto number, and then we have another field, right? Name is there, technology. Okay, or let's say that name is auto number. Now we are going to give course name as the text. Oops. So as the text field, you can have up to 255 characters. I'm giving 80. Okay. So if you want to make required, you can make it. Then unique is there. What is the unique? Means once the course is created with the same name, you should not allow to create another course. Then you can make it unique. Okay. Save it. Okay, this is first one. And what is the second field? Second field is technology. I think the course name is enough. Start date. You can have date as the start date. Okay. If you want to give required, give it required. When you make it required, then value should be there. Else it won't save the record. Save on. Okay. And what is the another field? End date. End date is not required.
Sir, any description is required, sir, in the start date or end date, sir?
Yesterday I discussed, right? Description is only for developer purpose. It may not be required. Okay. Quick list is status. I'm giving the status. Okay. This status may be not started, started, in progress, cancelled, and completed. There are different type of things, so it may be not required. Okay, so we have created the object called training. Okay, now let's see here. So trainings is there. What you can do is, if you want to create new record, can be created. Okay, now again, let's go and create the another object called department.